Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Eyal Worthalter. Eyal is a VP of Sales at Utimaco. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Eyal Worthalter. Eyal, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Let me start with this. Where
Sure.
were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
I was with my family. My dad suggested I start reading more, and he gave me a book from Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and that put me on a journey to really like sci-fi books because sci-fi books really are predicting the future, and that made me very interested in technology, and I've made a career out of being a technology enthusiast.
What are the top three mistakes to avoid?
Oof, that's a tough question. I suggest one, in any organization, any team, you should always speak up, speak your mind. Don't hold back. Always keep pushing forward. Number two, don't think that you are not ready or that you're not capable of doing something. So don't say no before you say yes. And then another mistake, don't be too confident that you can do everything on your own.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
um, this was a little bit back, a little bit after college. So I got interviewed by Salesforce. This was when they were just starting out, and I was interviewed to be the first sales engineer for them in Latin America. And I left that interview saying, software. Who wants to work for a software company? The future is in hardware. That was a big mistake. But what I learned is that you can never predict the future, and I ended up in a good position many years later, and I achieved many of my goals, even though I failed to accept that big opportunity that was thrown my way.
What are your top three success secrets that others can model from?
My biggest one, I would say, is keep a growth mindset. This means always think that you can do something. So if somebody or if even yourself you think that you're not capable of doing something, add the word yet to the end. For example, I am not an expert marketer yet. I don't have enough experience as a CEO yet. This puts your mind in an idea that you can achieve it, but you're not there yet. I think that's the biggest secret that I can give, and you can research it. There's science backing up the concept of growth mindset.
Two more.
Keep a curious mindset as well. Be curious. Always be learning. Stay with a curiosity mindset, and find out what motivates you. That's always important. You're gonna have ups and downs in your career, ups and downs in your personal life. Find what motivates you from within. No external motivators. If you find out what motivates you from within, those times where it's hard, life is difficult, you'll find out how to keep moving forward.
So I'd like to ask a follow-up question. What motivates you within?
That's a very good question. So, family. That I've always thought of myself as a family person, and it drives me to achieve more, to be better at what I'm doing. I also like the concept of mastery. I would like one day to be acknowledged and recognized as a master or a thought leader in my field. So that drives me to keep learning and improving my skills.
Okay, let's talk about a little bit about your company, and so
Yeah,
that way we get to know you more. What
absolutely.
is your company mottos?
So Utimaco's motto would be creating trust for the digital society. We focus on creating security products that basically provide the underlying foundation of digital trust and encryption between organizations, people, citizens, and machines.
Who is your ideal client?
These are usually large enterprises or governments that have a requirement to secure and keep some form of data extremely confidential and extremely well protected. So we're talking about the most important, secret material that a government might have, or the master level key for encrypting the transactions of a bank or a payment and financial institution.
How do you find your ideal client?
It's a variety of ways. In one, we have a large pool of sales representatives all over the world that do their outbound sales efforts. They go on LinkedIn and also do social selling. Through partners, both resellers and technology alliances. That's sort of the external efforts and old and classic knocking on doors. And then there's a inbound approach where we put out digital advertisements, and we create campaigns and create content that attracts our ideal client and make that content educational and attractive for them. And once they consume the content, whether it's a webinar, a blog post, a white paper, we start engaging with them on conversations about what their pain points are. How do we
How,
engage?
how
Sorry.
how do you engage your ideal client? Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Usually we try to understand their problems, their pain points, and what they're trying to achieve in their organization. Usually, it's a combination of improving their security while maintaining some form of convenience or accessibility to the data that they're trying to protect. And we share with them resources like white papers, information about our solutions and about the market that tells them, hey, here's how other companies are doing what you're trying to achieve. Here's what we could do, and ultimately try to move them to a stage where they test the products. And usually, once they test the product or the service, they stick with us because they are pretty valuable.
What are your well-defined products or services?
Sure. I mean, we have a large portfolio of products, but they're mostly categorized into what we call HSMs, hardware security modules, and key management solutions. At the core, basically, they encrypt and protect cryptographic keys, which are used to protect the customer's data. And they're usually specialized or focused on a specific industry. So there's a payment and banking and financial services portfolio. There's a solution aimed for blockchain companies. There are other things for fintechs, but in general, they're mostly hardware encryption products and key management solutions.
Why someone should buy from you?
We let them decide. We give them high quality products that have been tried and tested in the market. We've been in this space for a long time, and we believe we're making very good quality products that are safe, secure, reliable, easy to use, and with a fantastic ecosystem of support, and we focus on delivering a great customer experience throughout their buyer's journey.
How do you crush your competition?
I would say we combine a forward-looking technology roadmap that focuses on where the technology is going to. I'll give you one example. We talk about encryption. We are the leaders of what is called post-quantum cryptography. This is the type of encryption that will be needed when quantum computers become available. This is, we're talking about 5, 10, maybe 15 years from now. So we really have a look into the future, long-term future, not just the next 2 years.
How do you deliver a five-star client experience?
That's a great question. I think it all starts with the micro experiences that the customer will have, whether with a person or with a system. So they need to come to the website. The experience needs to be smooth. If they reach out to us, we need to reply, immediately or as fast as we can. The first conversation that they have with a representative needs to be crisp. We need to be customer oriented, ask the right questions, understand their pain points, and have a lot of empathy with what our customers are looking for. That is something we foster.
How do you use sales proposals to close more deals?
Well, we try to make the proposals easy to understand, easy to consume. These are highly technical products, obviously. So the sales process can be long and complex. So we try to make the pricing and the proposal side simple, right? So most of our products have an all-inclusive type of licensing, rather than make it, you pay for this, pay for that, and complex to really understand what the total cost is going to be. That's one part. And then the other part is the negotiation stage. We give our salespeople a lot of room to maneuver so that they're able to put themselves in the customer's shoes. Like I said, I'm going back to having empathy and understand, hey, what is the customer's budget? What is their cycle? Do they prefer to buy in a capex model or opex model? We give them flexibility. That's how we close more deals.
How do you convert your clients into a brand ambassadors?
We try to let them become brand ambassadors. So some customers have been using our products for years, sometimes even decades. I'm proud to say that. And they come back and tell us, hey, we've had that product in the data center for 5 years. It has never given us a headache. And that's exactly what you want to hear, right? And when they do that, then we just ask them, hey, are you willing to say that in a webinar, or write a case study? And most of the times they say yes.
We are about to move into lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. Are you ready?
Okay, ready.
What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for having my family close to me and always available for a call.
How do you start your day?
Drink water, replenish fluids, then go directly to the coffee machine, because I need the coffee to wake up.
How young are you?
I'm 35.
So you are not 35. You are 18 years old with 17 years experience.
Exactly. I like that.
What you want to do when you grow up?
My dream is to be an astronaut. I want to go to space someday.
What is your plan to achieve your goal?
Well, I want to become an expert in my field enough so that people look out for my expertise and my skills and are willing to pay for them. And eventually, this would allow me to have some form of passive income. And with that, I would probably pay a private company to take me to space. That is something that's going to become more common in the next 10 to 20 years.
How will you feel in case you don't achieve your goal?
I'm okay. I've always thought, shoot for the stars. If you get to the moon, that's great. Even if I don't get to to become an astronaut. Just the journey is worth it.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Uh, I personally, I think I've studied the topic of leadership, and it's very related to management, especially in a company, right? The reality is that leadership is how you react in a time of crisis. When life throws you a curveball, you know, look to the front, look it face to face, and embrace it. Just go all in and push. You get through it.
What is the advice you will give to a younger yourself?
Oh wow. Um, Keep reading, keep learning, never give up.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
We bounce this a lot, and we ask each other, what's the shortest and quickest and cheapest experiment we can do to try out the idea. What's how can we build or create an MVP as soon as possible.
Why being impactful is important to you?
Um, I think it's important to be of help and to serve others. You can get anything in life if you help others get what they want in life. Rather than being impactful, I aim at serving and helping others.
Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
Oh, I have many of them. I like to say I have a tribe of mentors behind me, including, my father, many of my former managers, teachers, both at college and graduate school. I think having a mentor, it's extremely important for personal and career development. I wouldn't be able to answer shortly.
What do you want to be remembered for?
um, for being a kind and good person.
How can we support you?
Oh, you're already doing that. I appreciate it. I mean, go to the website, go to utimaco.com. Share this information. And, reach out on LinkedIn and let's have a conversation.
We are about to wrap up. I like to have your few words about your today's guest experience on the show. Here is my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
This has been a fantastic experience. I mean, from the onboarding to the interview, the fireside chat as well. The questions were very sharp, very interesting. They got me thinking. So my experience has been fantastic. Thank you for having me here.
What would you say as a final word?
I always tell myself if it's to be, it's up to me. I would ask others to think what drives them.
Thank you so much, Eyal, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Seekers community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.
Thank you.